Oh, what is going on, everyone? It is Rod here. We are back with World Record Recap Tour Paris Promenade, a 149.376. This is still the current world record. It is by French player himself, Army, on the French track. Very nice. This run was set on June 12th. We are a bit behind, but we are doing another back-to-back this episode. 2 weeks back-to-back. For those who don't know, we've had many new subscribers. That was a comma. For those who don't know, or I guess like dash, I don't know. We've had many new subscribers recently, so first of all, welcome, hello, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing. But we do this thing every week usually, where we look at every world record track, its current world record of that week. Meaning, like, if a track was improved 6 times by Alberto, we don't watch all 6 improvements if they happen, in the same week. We just watch the current one. And so right now we're in the week of June 12th. In the same video, we're going to do the week of June 19th. And that'll, get us very closer. Then we'll have 2 more weeks, I think, to do before we'll get to the Wave 5 week. And then we've already reacted to those. So it'll all come back up to speed. And we'll be right on track. But anyway, this time, a 149.376 by Army was set on June 12th, right after he set a run on June 11th, because Japanese player K4i took the record from him. Army had the record on March 21st. It stood for 82 days, but then Japanese player K4i, also known as Kai, got the record. And 82 days was nothing to Army, because he just came right back and got the record. Also, if you're like me, it took me 2 years to realize that K4i is just Kai, but with a 4. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Anyway, we're going to see some motion glider shenanigans here with the Ultra Mini Turbo. Oh my, motion glider. I learned today that motion glider is not hard left on the stick and hard left motion. It's hard left on the stick and like a diagonal left motion, like kind of diagonally back. So there you go. From one city track to the next, we are on London Loop, the first sub and only sub 207, a 206.984 by Australian player Panda, using his go-to yellow Yoshi on Mr. Scooty. This track actually used to be a baby track. And there we go, mini turbo trick, very nice. I've mentioned this many times in the past, but because we got all these new subscribers, I'll say this again in case you haven't seen a world record recap before. Basically, before the balance patch, for the first balance patch, I should say, for version 2.3.0, there were, Waluigi Wiggler was like the go-to online combo. But the go-to time trial combo was really Waluigi Scooty or Waluigi Bitty Buggy. And that was like the heavyweight. But there were also a lot of tracks that used Baby Daisy Bitty Buggy, like this one before the balance patch. And so you had heavy and you had baby. And every track had heavy strats and every track had baby strats. And then just, on certain ones, baby was faster. On certain ones, heavy was faster. But the strats were there on both. And I remember, when certain tracks would become baby. I remember when Tick-Tock Clock, the baby strats were optimized enough where babies were faster on Tick-Tock Clock. And, on heavy tracks, I would watch, baby BKTs. Baby tracks had heavy BKTs, best no times. But then the balance patch happens. Yoshi gets buffed, and Yoshi sits right in the middle of the two. So he's able to do both. He's able to go for the mini turbos that Waluigi would go for and be fine. He's able to go for the ultra mini turbos that Baby Daisy would go for and be fine. If you don't know the difference between baby and heavy, it's basically like babies can get mini turbos a lot faster and they last for longer. So anywhere that Waluigi would get a super mini turbo, Baby Daisy can get an ultra mini turbo. Anywhere that Waluigi gets a regular mini turbo, Baby Daisy can get a super mini turbo, more or less. But Yoshi can do both and keep up with both. So any track that was baby before, you just really kill your thumbs. Go for those extra. By the way, look at these softers. I mean, Yoshi's head is not moving at all. He just has the angles down. And also, this shortcut somehow loses no speed in the grass, then uses the mushroom to get out. I mean, it's just pristine by Panda here. But yeah, that's why Yoshi is now used on every track, because he can do both. He can do it all. And I mean, it's just very precise driving. It's what you got to do to get the sub, and he got the sub, ending it off. I'm about to cough and die, but we got to the end. Bang. All right, we got a 200cc run now, 3DS Rainbow Road, a 109.571 by my guy, Technical, using Dry Bowser Mach 8. As the previous record did, I mean, technically used W25 Silver Arrow before, so that is a bit different. But Technical has been down on this track. Fun fact, there is one person on planet Earth that has had world record on 3DS Rainbow Road 200cc. And that man is named Technical. One player has had the world record on this track. And it's, I mean, this is the infamous disgusting turn coming up. Look at this, look at this. I mean, what? Every time it gets me, man. Every time. It's just insane. And then this is faster. This record is amazing. Fantastic. Before I forget, Technical has some notes for us. Thank you to Technical. Here is what he has to say about this run. Honestly, just a great run all the way through. Section 1 was a little below average, but I can't be too upset about that when Section 2 and Section 3 are amazing. This run uses 2 new strats on Section 3. Okay, we're going to take a look at those. There's a UMT at the final boost ramps. Okay, let's go back. Hold on. There's a UMT at the final boost ramps, which saves about 50 milliseconds, and missing the trick at the ending ramp saves a very small amount. So let's see. Here we go. There's a UMT at the final boost ramps. Okay, here they are. Here's the UMT. Are you saying that didn't happen before? I'm surprised. I would have done that. Anyway, then not tricking there. Oh, whoa. What is this? Not tricking here. I mean, it looks like it's safe times. That is a crazy run. All right, here's what the world record did before the new strat. Just drove here, drove off the ramp, then did the drift here. So it's just a super mini turbo when you land. And then, as you can guess, they tricked off the final ramp because why wouldn't you trick off the final ramp? But it's actually slower. Fun fact. We got another record by my guy, Technical, a 132.117 on Wii DK Snowboard Cross, also known as DK Summit. And this is using blue standard tires. I don't know if we've watched a record with blue standard tires yet. I think we have, if I had to guess. I'm pretty sure we have. Blue standard, let's see. They started being used on the track on May 5th, it looks like. And then there was a GLA tires record on May 19th. I think we may have watched that one. I don't know, but blue standard, it's been around for a bit. It's faster. And Technical has notes on this one as well. This run is extremely funny. I was ahead of world record into lap 3 double cut. Lost 0.2 at the double and tried going for an extra half pipe boost for fun, and I pulled it off somehow. LOL, all caps. Only Technical would do that. Only Technical would be so far ahead that he's able to lose 0.2 and then go for a strat for fun and make it work in clutch time lap 3 and get a world record. Classic Technical maneuvering. 131 is very possible even without the new half-pipe strat, but very difficult. So, another very typical Technical thing. The thing that he goes for fun is now a new strat. He just invents it on the fly and makes it work and it's faster. And this is what? This is a 132.117. The current record, I'll give a spoiler alert, is a 132. Well, let's first watch this, actually. Let's first watch this. He goes for... I don't know why I just had like a seizure, but this is a disgusting strategy. Okay, loses a lot of time here. And the way you can tell he loses time, like, let's watch him do it on lap 2, right? It's going to be extremely clean. He just goes off, he flies off, and look where he lands. He's very close to the boost. I mean, or like, you can just tell, like, you can see the alignment in the air. He's just straight on. He didn't get a lot of height. But then this lap 3 shortcut, he gets height off of this, and that does not help. That's probably the height thing. And then he just goes for, on the fly, just does that. I mean, you could give me 5 hours, I wouldn't be able to do that once. Disgusting. The spoiler alert is going to be that the current record is a 132.001. So that's crazy. Baby Park 150cc, a 101.836 by Genswa. I think this might be the first time we've watched Baby Park on this series because, yeah, Genswa had a record on March 18th, which was before we did this series, and that stood for 86 days all the way until June 12th when he got a record. Then he got another one June 14th, and then he got this one June 15th. And Baby Park has been interesting because before the balance patch, probably gonna have to watch this twice, I have a lot to say. Before the balance patch, Alpha had the record on February 29th, 2020, which, that's cool because February 29th. But he had the record. It stood for 559 days when Genswa got the record in September of 2021. That stood for 163 days. Then Genswa improved for fun. Just 163 days later, came back to the track, improved, and then improved again. And that time stood for 382 days. And then a Japanese player came to the track, and his time stood for 261 days. So this is a very rare track for world records. When they happen, they stand for a very long time. But then the balance patch released. Genswa immediately got the record. He first used Luigi Ink Striker Leaf Tires. Let's run this back. Let's run this one down. He used Luigi Ink Striker Leaf Tires. That was the first thought of a post-balance patch combo. Before the balance patch, this was Waluigi Leaf Tires. And the reason Leaf Tires is because Leaf Tires are fast on anti-gravity, and the entire track is anti-gravity. So you use Leaf Tires. And they don't sacrifice that much mini turbo. Anyway, Genswa came to the track. He's been the only player to have a record on it post-balance patch. And it's a 7-lap track. So the strats are always interesting. But hitting that wall is the best way for alignment. So they do it every lap. And it looks like, I think he saves the mushroom. Looks like he saves it for lap 6. I don't think, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, right? Because every lap is the same once you have 10 coins. But it's sort of a nerves thing, right? You have to take every turn perfectly. It's obviously very hard to get a world record on Baby Park because of how optimized it is. But use the mushroom there, and then I guess just clutch up. And actually, you can't, this is the latest you can use it, because you can see that the mushroom boost probably, it takes you kind of past the finish line, like not really, but what you do afterwards. So, bang. We talked for so long that I didn't even get to talk about Genswa's notes. Here we go. I used Yoshi Scooty this time. By the way, this is the first Yoshi Scooty record. It had been Luigi Ink Striker since he got this run of records. I used Yoshi Scooty this time because the UMT strat I created was meant to be done on babies, but I found out Waluigi was faster. This is what we talked about in the beginning of the video. After getting a solid time with post-patch combo, Luigi Ink Striker, I decided to give a try to Yoshi Scooty, which ended up being faster by about 0.05, I'd say. Insane run, honestly. The only weak lap is 0.04 away from the best known split, which already tells you how strong this run is. The rest of the splits are most of them either BKS or less than 0.01 away from them. So basically, this run is insane. It will probably stand for hundreds of days again. I mean, there has been another balance patch, but will it make a difference? Probably not. Let's go. GCN Yoshi Circuit, a 141.592 by Army, set on June 19th, 2023. Army has had the record a lot on this track. Total duration of 713 days, barely losing to Axel, Japanese player Axel, who's had the record for a total duration of 726 days. As I'm recording this, which means that 13 days from now, unless Axel gets the record, Army will be on top on this track. This record uses Yoshi Scooty. This track used to be Baby Daisy. I don't need to explain that again. This track, that tiredness can be painful, but apart from that, everything, I mean, this track has been out since 2017, so everything is just very optimized. Very optimized. And this track has seen it all. It used to be Waluigi. It switched to Baby Daisy in February of 2020, and there was actually a period where they were so close that Army got a world record with Baby Daisy on February 24th and February 25th, and it stood for 263 days. But then Japanese player Ronnie beat that record with Waluigi Bitty Buggy and had the record for 168 days of his own. And then Army came back, beat him by 1 millisecond with using Baby. So there was a time where there was a 1 millisecond difference between the best Waluigi time and the best Baby Daisy time. And then Army took it from there. And then Ronnie eventually switched to Baby Daisy and got his own record for Baby Daisy. And now we're on Yoshi, and we're chilling. Very nice. There's a quick history of Yoshi Circuit for you guys. Ultra Mini Turbo before that cut. That's a baby strat. I don't do that online even if I'm using Yoshi. It's honestly, it's crazy when you watch a run and you just look at Yoshi's head, and like when he commits to a turn, it does not move at all. And that's how you know you're fast. Hyrule Circuit 150cc, the first sub 147, fittingly by Mr. L. a 146.905. This is my favorite track in the game on 150cc. And Mr. L is Mr. Hyrule Circuit. Mr. L, guys, Japanese player, has had the record for 70% of this track's existence, which is since the game came out. Which means that he's had the record for a total duration of 1,595 days. 5 days away from 1,600. Mr. L has been dominant, uncontested, since December 17th, 2019. Except for when Army took the record from him out of nowhere on April 26, 2023. It stood for 49 days. But Mr. L had enough. This was his track. I don't know why I'm making this like a story now, but this was his track. He was the only one improving the record for literally almost 4 years. Like 3.5 years. That's crazy. And Army took the record with a 147.069. Mr. L had enough. Took the record back, a 147.058. Improved it the same day at 147.047. The next day, the first sub, a 146.976. Then the next day, a 146.905. And he let it be. And it still stands to this very day. Anyway, this track before the balance patch was Waluigi Bitty Buggy. After the balance patch, it was Link Teddy Buggy, then Luigi Ink Striker, then Yoshi Ink Striker within a few days. Oh, sorry, Yoshi Teddy Buggy within a few days. And bang, Mr. L, welcome back to your home grounds. Well done. We got Wii Grumble Volcano, a 152.441. Literally almost half a second ahead of second place on a track that has been out for over 6 years. Is insane. Panda is on another level. Panda set this on June 16th. He had a few records of the week. He had a June 14th. He had 2 June 14th and a June 16th. Panda, speaking of uncontested runs, has been uncontested on this track since January 15th, 2021. Which is a long time. That is almost 2.5 years. Using his go-to, Yellow Yoshi. This track actually used to be Donkey Kong. But then, in May of 2021, which is relatively late for the baby adoptions, but as I was talking about earlier, sometimes it takes a while to get the baby strats to be faster. This track switched from Donkey Kong to Baby Daisy. And then, as it is, we are now Yoshi. I couldn't do this if I tried for a million years. If they gave me a million years to beat this time, I would probably beat it. You'd have to think, right? Right? I mean, come on. For a million years? Like, you know how people say never in a million years? I mean, think about that. If you truly had a million years to do nothing but whatever you're supposed to do that you could never do in a million years, I feel like, I mean, not only would you do that, like, I would get a 147 on this track. A 5-second improvement. I don't know how. I guess that would be maybe something, you know, never in a million years, whatever. Okay, enough. Let's focus on the run. Just look at Yoshi's head on this turn. Ready? He commits. I mean, it does not move. It's just the slightest adjustment, and then he commits again. Super Mini Turbo here. Motion glider shenanigan. Dang. That's a great shortcut. And then clutch time lap 3. The way you end this run is by doing this trimless shortcut that is like one of the most difficult in the game, but is nothing to Panda. Bang. Sky High Sundae, a 154.421 set on June 16th. This is a first... Oh my god. What am I looking at? What did I say last video? These ridiculous world record combos cannot continue, and they continued. Whoa. What did I just watch? Genswa glider action. Motion gliders. Genswa's weirdly inside the ice cream cone, and then for those who don't know, Genswa glider is like when you're motion glider and then you do a trick and then it gives you that weird momentum. Cushion tires being used. Okay, what I was going to say before I realized that this ridiculous world record combo is that this was a ridiculous week for this track in general. This is a 154.421 set on June 16th. And you know how I said we're doing back-to-back? On June 22nd, the record was a 153.817. That is over 0.6 saved on the track in just a week. So remember this run. Let's take note of this run, because we're going to see 0.6 worth of improvements from Japanese players that we don't have notes from. So we're going to have to mentally take note and figure it out for ourselves when we watch the newer run in a bit in this video. But wow, okay. So this run, the 421 was, yeah, switched from Yoshi Sports Coupe leaf tires. As I talked about, anti-gravity leaf tires are fast. Well, cushion tires. And a little bit of a spoiler alert. So between this 0.4 and the 0.8 that we're going to watch later, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records all set in those 6 days. This is the only one to use cushion tires. This cushion tire world record came out of nowhere, okay, and then was improved 4 days later using a different tire that I won't spoil, and actually a whole different combo. So right now, it went from Yoshi Sports Coupe Leaf to Yoshi Sports Coupe Cushion. Why not? Cushion tires do have fast airspeed, so I can see that maybe, like, in that sense, it's useful, but fascinating, man. Fascinating. It has been 21.5 minutes, and we are just now watching Alberto's first world record of this video. Last video I was saying, Alberto had been knocked off of a lot of world records and had not reclaimed. But, try this again. Singapore Speedway. Singapore Speedway, Alberto, is he back or does he just have it? He had it. I mean, Alberto has had the record on this track since March 16th, which was only 5 days after the track came out. Sorry, 7 days. My math is horrible. 7 days. And that has had the record since. With this run, it is the first sub 156, a 155.926. And Alberto, of course, will have notes for us. So, Singapore 150. New Yoshi strats found by Zeline, or Zeline, or Zyline, or Xylene. You. Me. New strats found by Zeline, you, and Alpaca. I'm kidding. There's a player named you, apparently. Because I sure as hell did not find a single thing on this track. But I'm just going to read Alberto's quote, and you take it as you will. New Yoshi strats found by Zeline, you, and Alpaca made me return to the track. I mean, you're welcome, Alberto. I'm always glad to find new strats that make you return to a track. And in typical Alberto fashion, when Alberto returns to a track, he gets a world record immediately. So before this run, before the runs of this week, that was the record was still Yoshi Teddy Buggy. It was previously King Boo Teddy Buggy. Before that, Luigi Ink Striker, but that was day one. But it wasn't that the new strat was to use Yoshi. It was just new Yoshi strats using Yoshi still. I don't know if that's one of them. I think that's one of them. But it made him return to the track. Apart from the precise wall hit at the start, let's watch that. Well, we'll finish the run, then watch that. Apart from the wall hit at the start, the new strats are very fun, which made me want to push for the sub. This run is nice, but both Chinatown wall hits were weak, which cost 0.8. We've seen these Chinatown wall hits in runs before, in recaps before. I remember when this was found. Basically, you get this, and then you hit that wall, and it sends you wide, and it allows you to charge up a Super Mini Turbo. But he said both of them on laps 2 and 3, they were both slow. Finishes the run with the shortcut, Mini Turbo, bang. Let's see the first, what he's saying. He's saying, apart from the precise wall hit at the start. Okay, let's watch. No wall hit here. No wall hit. Take note of Yoshi's head on those turns. It's not moving at all. Okay, that precise wall hit. Interesting. Interesting. So before I think they would just drive straight, but here he says, nah, I want that extra Mini Turbo hitting the wall in that precise way. Doesn't lose too much time. The Mini Turbo gets it back. Fantastic stuff from Alberto. Well done. Good to have you back, my friend. Oh, okay, here we go. Another Alberto track. He is back. The return of the king. A 157.753 on Yoshi Valley. Very close. Top 2, actually. Yeah, only 0.02 away. Shira is in second place. Alberto's notes very simple on this track. Weak run except for lap 3. Fantastic. Okay, we get to sit back, relax. You know, I could fill in. I can fill in for Alberto if you'd like me to. I could give the notes as he usually would. Let me pull up the history of the track to give some correct context. Let's see. This run was set on June 17th. that second place time by Shira was set on June 15th. The run before that was a world record by Alberto on March 17th. This was for 90 days. So here's Alberto's notes. I saw Shira get a world record, and I slept on it. I went about my life the next day, got a few world records for fun. And I thought, I don't really want to go back to Yoshi Valley. It's not that fun. But then the second day passed, and I saw Shira's name up there, and something came to me in a dream, and I decided to play the track again, and in 2 minutes I got this one. It's just not the same. It's not the same. I feel like that wasn't that good. Alberto would do it better. Alberto would be like, well, it was funny last video, because there were the two sides. There's Alberto, who's like new Yoshi strats were found, made me want to play the track again, and I got this world record. And then P, last video, who was like, new strats were found, so I played the track again, but didn't use any of the new strats, and I just got the world record anyway. So, it's very fun. It's very fun. It's very fun for me, as someone who it doesn't have this amount of skill, to at least pretend that I do. And when I watch these runs, like I could grab a controller here, and ready, here we go. Bang. Okay. Okay, trick. Mini turbo. Bang. Drift. I mean, just commit to the angle. Look at Yoshi's head. Pause. Commit to the... That's pause every time I said it. Pause. Why did I say pause? Okay. We're only 26 minutes into the video. I'm already losing my mind. We got a long way to go. We're doing a double one, so let's relax. Look at the pillow behind me. I hope you guys have some snacks. That would be great. It's always great to have some snacks on you when you're watching an archive video. Bang. Berlin Byways, a 121.811 using Iggy on 200cc Teddy Buggy Slim. Iggy / Luigi Teddy Buggy Slim has low-key taken over 200cc because it has a lot of speed, and the Slim tires buff gave them more handling, and this combo actually handles better than I think rollers do, than like Teddy Buggy rollers do. I mean, this combo handles insanely. You can see how tight the drifts are. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's insane. And yeah, it's just been dominating 200cc tracks. But this Iggy time was set on June 19th by Miguel, and Miguel had the record before it. This track has traded hands. Before Miguel had the record, Army had the record. Before Army had the record, before the balance patch, Eternal X had the record for 4 days. Technical has had the world record on this track. Alpha has had the world record on this track. But Miguel right now is going strong. Army's had the record for 70% of this track's existence, so we'll give it to Army. But Miguel currently has the record. Let's watch it. I haven't just stopped talking yet, but let's just watch it. Bang shortcut does not hit the truck. Unfortunately, world record, I don't even know if it would be faster if they were on pace, but they're too fast for the Womp to come down and fly over the track. So that does not happen in world record. Nintendo should do another update where they make it fall earlier just for the world record, because that'd be funny. Just maneuvers here. You got to do that. Strategy to mushroom. Get through it all. Bang. Bang. I mean, fantastic stuff. He's back again. He's back again. A 125.192 on Tour Tokyo Blur set by Alberto. This one's also been fun. This one's traded hands. Panda was the first person to get the record after the first balance patch, taking Alberto's record, which had stood for 200 days. Then the balance patch came out, and on March 14th, Panda got the record. Then Alberto took the record back. Then Panda took the record back. Then Japanese player Stove came in, had the record for a day. Then Alberto took it back. Then Panda took it back. And this was all in the same week. Panda got the record twice on June 19th. And then also on June 19th, Alberto improved and got his record. And then got this one as well, the 125.192. And Alberto has notes on this. All 3 laps are improvable in this run, especially lap 2. The wall hit on lap 3 might have cost us some time, but I got an easy triple UMT thanks to it. Okay, look at that. 124 is possible, but would be painful to go for. If Alberto was saying something is painful to go for, you don't go for it. But anyway, let's look at this lap 3. It's going to be at the end after the double item box where it would be. I guess he hits a wall, but keep note of the triple UMT that's about to happen. That's the Super Mini Turbo. Hits that wall. Okay, so I guess he's saying the wall hit on the lap 3. Well, was that the wall he was talking about? No, I think he's talking about this one, or is he talking about another one? Because some of them are calculated, some of them aren't. But this is the triple UMT. That was the second one, and this is the third one. And I guess the wall hit made it easier. Motion glider shenanigans to end it off. Bang. We're back to Yoshi Circuit, a 141.253. Remember, we're back to back, so we're in the next week now. A 141.253 by Army, and this is the current world record. I don't have a lot to say, so we can just sit back and enjoy this run. Enjoy Yoshi's precise movements. Enjoy that hop. Enjoy this shortcut. Perfect shortcut. Or maybe not perfect, but like, I mean, world record enough perfect. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. This is much better than I drive the track. Goes here to get the coin, the crucial coin. Lap 1's all about coins. They're quite useful. Right? The time that you lose going out of your way for them on lap 1, you make up and more on laps 2 and 3. So, good to know. Anyway, this is a pretty solid improvement. The last record we watched was a 141 point. I think we watched this, the 592. Yeah, we watched the 592. So this is over a 0.3 second improvement. Army doesn't have any notes. Army always declines my requests. It's okay. But I think it's honestly just optimized driving. I don't think there's any new strats. Anyway. The Ultra Mini Turbo here is crazy. Oh my. Bang. Bang. Oh, he's excited. He's excited. He knows. Army does this actually a lot in records. A lot of people, when they get a record, they start honking their horn like, you know, like he does here, right? When the run is over, when literally all you have to do is just hold down A and nothing else. They honk their horn. But I've noticed Army does this. He starts honking the horn like when there's still a few more things to do, but he's just that good that he knows that he's obviously not going to mess up the final 2 turns, and he just does that shortcut, gets that amazing drift, that amazing line, the amazing Super Mini Turbo, and just bang. I don't know what just happened. I accidentally hit the lock button on my keyboard. I don't know what you just saw, but cool. Yes. SNES Rainbow Road, a 102.091 by my GOAT 3-up. The inside drifting master on 200cc. This is not 3-up's first record on the track. That would be August 2nd, 2017. But this record, June 20th, 2023. 3-up is an OG. He was there when the sacred texts were written. And he has notes. I tried this track again after doing shroomless runs and finding out how close I was to the shroomless world record with Yoshi inward. Getting onto worldwide tops was a fun time, but after that, it was pain trying to find any sort of optimizations that would allow me to get the world record. By the way, the world record at the time was Yoshi Teddy Buggy. Before the balance patch, it was Roy Bitty Buggy. It had not been inside drifting ever, actually, because when 3-up had the record in 2017, he used the gold standard, which is the gold card. So this is the first Yoshi bike record on this track ever, and I low-key want to watch it. So let's go back to the beginning, and I'll finish reading 3-up's notes. When I was just 100 milliseconds away from world record, I had to spend several days of on and off grinding to even get any sort of improvement on my personal best. I'm really happy that I managed to pull through with this record though, despite how annoying the grind was. Sadly, there does not seem to be much room for improvement now, both because of how close I am to my best splits, and the fact that on lap 3, the thwomp after the ramps will block me on better paces. That's unfortunate, but it's good that you got such a good run, so close to your best splits, your magnum opus of SNES Rainbow Road on Yoshi Bike, the only Yoshi Bike record on this track, and to do it in 2023. I'm low-key munching. I'm low-key doing tricks on it, but it's my guy 3-up. Anyway, I want to see the thwomp that's going to pace break him. Pace lock him. Oh. Let's go frame by frame here. Frame by frame. We're going forward. The thwomp is down. The thwomp is down. The thwomp is still down. You're totally still getting hit by the swamp. You're still getting hit by the thwomp if you're there. You're still getting hit by the thwomp. Next frame. You're low-key still getting hit by the swamp. Next frame. I mean, maybe. Next frame. Next frame. I mean, this is as good as it gets. By the way, you can go forward a frame or backward frame on YouTube by doing period and comma. Fun fact. Yeah, I mean. Oh, that's the wrong way. I messed that one up. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Hold on. 2 times speed. 400cc. Okay, here we go. Also, the fact that just as a top level time traveler, you just know the what is that? What is that stuff? Can you see my mouse? What is this stuff? I have no idea. What is the lore of this track? What is that? I don't know. You just know that you're not gonna hit it, and also even if you think you're gonna hit it, there's nothing you can do. So you just go. I mean. And by the way, this beat Alberto's record by 2 milliseconds. That's crazy. DS Tick-Tock Clock, a 141.587 by Q, who is also known as Japanese player. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put it in Google Translate. Japanese. Alice, also known as Arisu. Arisu. Very nice. He's had a lot of records. Lots on Tick-Tock Clock. Has had Coconut Mall. Has had GBA Snowland. Has had DS Mario Circuit. And recently has had GCN Daisy Cruiser. But only has one current standing world record. And it is this one. The 140. Never mind. It is not this one. But it is the one after this one. That we're going to watch that next video, I guess. But this is a 141.5. Oh. That player I was talking about is not this player. The player I was talking about, we'll see next time. This is who I thought it was. Japanese player Stove. Stove currently also has one world record, but it's on Sky High Sundae 150cc, which we're going to watch. We're going to see what happened to those cushion tires. But Japanese player Stove also had the record on GCN Daisy Cruiser. I guess maybe there's a similarity between Daisy Cruiser and Tick-Tock Clock. There's not, obviously. Low key, though, I see it on that DL. Anyway, Stove has had the record. Tick-Tock Clock, Sky High Sundae, Merry Mountain, 200cc and 150cc, Riverside Park, Thwomp Ruins, 200cc, Yoshi Circuit 150, Tokyo Blur. He's made his mark. Very nice. Anyway, I've missed the run, but there's lots of Kusan sliding going on. And just very clean. Tick-Tock Clock's very clean. Bang. Bang. Okay. Twisted Mansion, a 153.354 by Alberto. This is the current world record. It was set on June 20th. And Alberto's had the record since March 11th. He had the record before the balance patch, traded hands afterwards, but he has it again using Yellow Birdo Mr. Scooty. Very nice. And Alberto will have notes. New pace break. Oh, we got breaking news, everyone. New pace break using a Kusan air hop on the second wave. What was that Kusan air hop? We got Kusan slide. We got Kusan air hop now. Okay, sure. A Kusan air hop on the second wave lap 2, which becomes untrickable at that pace. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. Scooty is also used, allowing for riskier lines on laps 2 and 3. Yoshi Scooty works better than Yoshi Biddy in general because of the hitbox, so more tracks will switch to Scooty in the future. Okay, let's look at this. This is the first wave, lap 2. Okay, I can explain. Everyone, Professor Rod, PhD, knows what is going on and can explain. Let me explain. That is a reference. If you get that reference, you're a goat. I can explain. Let me explain. Okay, anyway. That's all you get. Okay, so here's what happens. Tricks here, but at this fast pace, world record pace, the wave is not in the position that you can trick. So, you can Kusan slide-ish kind of trick momentum off of it, but you're going to lose all your momentum. So you air hop, which is done on a lot of tracks. DK Summit 200cc shortcut, Dragon Driftway 200cc shortcut, Koopa Cape 200cc coin ramp now. An air hop, all it means is what you think. You press the hop button in the air. On all the things I just mentioned, you do it with a mini turbo. It sets your line. Like a 200cc DK Summit shortcut, if you did not air hop, you would be flying way too far to the right, and you would not land anywhere close to the boost panel. But the air hop, it like resets your alignment basically. And so he does it here. You can sort of, if you know what you're looking for, like Professor Rod PhD does, you can see it. It's that little shift of alignment. And that allows for maintained momentum, I guess. And just go right into the next drift and get the mini turbo. And you don't lose any momentum. If you didn't get that mini turbo, eventually it would catch up to you and you would lose all your momentum. Let's continue watching the run. But there you go. Professor Rod PhD is over. Back to relaxed Rod. Tat 120. Anyway. Super mini turbo. Mini turbo. So he says Scooty's better, and it's true. I did not realize the level of what he's talking about. This is the first time Mr. Scooty is used in a world record on this track since May 12th, 2019. When it switched to babies and they used Baby Bitty Buggy. For some reason, I think babies were so small that people were just, it was just too much to use Baby Scooty because it was just like way too small, and they used Baby Bitty, and it stayed on Baby Bitty. That when it went to the balance patch, it just stuck with Bitty Buggy, and they went Yoshi Bitty Buggy. But now we're back to Yoshi Scooty, also known as Birdo Scooty. And as Alberto says, the hitbox is smaller, so it works better. More tracks will switch to Scooty in the future. That's Alberto's prediction. I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would bet it on. Bam. We're back. Sky High Sundae, a 153.817. Let's look at the top 10. The only sub 154 and record by about 0.3. And this record beats the other one by 0.6. I mean, it was very gradually brought down. It went from 0.4 to 0.3 to 0.2 to 0.1 to 0.0 to 0.9 to 0.8. And things in between there as well. But okay, this is what you expect to see. Yoshi Bitty Buggy rollers. Still some weird Gens Wild motion glider trick action. And yeah, what was going on with those cushion tires? Why did they come out of nowhere, get one world record, and then leave? What happened to the Leaf tires? So many questions, and I unfortunately don't have a lot of answers. Japanese players have had the records. I don't know any of them. I don't know how to communicate to any of them. But what was that? Okay, I mean, that's like 0.1 or 2 right there. If you add it up, that's 0.6. But that was crazy. Also, that's only probably like 50 milliseconds, so you add it up, it's like 0.3. That is not how math works, but you know what I mean. So yeah, the combo went from Luigi Mach 8 Azure Roller to Yoshi Sports Coupe Leaf tires on the same day that the balance patch was released. So then we had Yoshi Sports Coupe Leaf tires. And then the Yoshi Sports Coupe cushion just came out of nowhere. It had its fun for 4 days. And then Yoshi Bitty Buggy Roller came to the playing field and it dominated. I mean, the records went from 424, that was the leaf tire time. The cushion time was a 421. And then it was a 303, a 285, 172, 099, 940, 939, 832, 817, all by Stove, those past 4. This is also Stove from Tick-Tock Clock. Just doing business, as usual. Almost as if the cushion tires never had a record on this track. But they did. And I will remember that forever. By the way, the cushion tires have the same stats as the sponge tires. Fun. Anyway, bam. Yoshi's Island, a 126.304 by my guy, Technical. Technical's had the record for 79% of this track's existence. The other 20% goes to my guy, 3Up. They've had lots of battles, okay? But Technical so far has remained on top for the past, like, 75 days. And 3Up could make a return, but it looks more and more unlikely as technical just improves and improves. The combo has not changed. Technical was using Link Streetle before. Stat-wise, it's the same as King Boo Landship. And Technical obviously has notes. So let's find my guy. Technical, what does he have to say about Yoshi's Island? Lap 1 was pretty slow for my standards, but the rest of the run was absolutely amazing. Every strat was done really well, including the landings on the bridge, which are usually very hard. Listen, I got nothing wrong with that. But if this was, if I typed that sentence, Grammarly would be like, consider deleting this word. They hate it when you emphasize words, right? Instead of saying, because to be fair, I mean, Technical does say absolutely amazing, really well, very hard. But I mean, Grammarly is just on a, like, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. Doc.mu. Type that into your search bar in Chrome and it makes a new doc. Let's paste this. What does Grammarly have to say? It says strat is not a word. Strategy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Grammarly Premium. No, I don't want Grammarly Premium. What are you talking about? Sorry, Technical, that we're doing this. Every strategy was done, delete, really. It just says, I'm going to go back. I'm so sorry. But Grammarly suggests to say, every strategy was done well. But, I mean, come on, dude. Really? I mean, you got to add that really well. Really well. Sure. Anyway, that's enough. We can move on. You've watched the run. 3DS Piranha Plant Slide, a 126.172, absolutely dominating second place by my guy P. This run was set on June 26th. We only have 5 runs remaining, including this one. This was set on June 26th. Not Alberto. Wow. That just shows you. But anyway, P has been uncontested on this track since August 15th, 2020. Has had the record for 1,082 combined days. And has only had the record for 17 days before he went on his uncontested run. So that's 1,065, if my math is correct, which it is. Bang. 1,065 days in a row. That's a lot of days that he has had the record on this track. Uncontested. This uses... So, there were... Before this week, before June 24th, there were no records on this track post-balance track. This is infamous on 200cc. Awoken has a whole video about the world record history of this track, where this Japanese player set a time on June 7th, 2017. The record stood for 344 days, and I think that time remained on top 10 for literal years. It was so ahead of its time. Actually, if I click on that, I know this is about P, but I click on this run. First place is 127.323. 8th place is a 131.8. Second place is a 129. Second place is 2.4 seconds behind. If you want more, watch Awoken's video. Anyway, this is about P. I understand that. But that's the history of this track. That was the record that people thought would literally never be beaten. It took forever to get it off of top 10. But then P comes along and P dominates. I mean, 1,065 days in a row. But it used to be Dry Bowser, W25 Silver Arrow, Leaf Tires. It is now Luigi, Mach 8, Crimson Slim. Bang. By the way, P did have notes. He said that Piranha Plant Slide 200 is impossible to finish a good run on. My goal here at the moment is a 125.92 something or so. More than that is asking for a lot. And this is a 126.172. So, I mean, yeah, a sub 126 would be amazing. Best of luck. I don't mean that in a negative. That came out kind of negatively. It's just like truly, genuinely best of luck to you. Like, not, I can't say that not condescendingly. Like, oh, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. That's not what I mean. Mount Wario, I mean, if you really want me to, I will. A 141.262. Yeah, I mean, that's, I cannot just continue that sentence. But anyway, a 141.262 by Shira. This was set on June 25th. Shira got the record on June 25th. Took it from Alberto. And Alberto has yet to come back. But, I mean, he did have his showing in this video, so I won't give him that much slack. He commented on the last video saying, don't worry, I will be back. Cowboy emoji. Never seen that cowboy emoji used by Alberto before, but I'd love to see that. Bang, wall hit, that's faster. So Ultra Miniature World there is crazy. So, this track was Roy Bitty Buggy forever. I mean, before it was Wario Wild Wicker, but it was Roy Bitty Buggy for a very long time. And then, wow, this is interesting. So Stir had the record, a 141.983 with Roy Bitty Buggy for 567 days, where he didn't lose the record, but the record got tied with Baby Daisy Bitty Buggy. Maybe the first time. It's not the first time that Baby and Heavy have been tied, I don't think. Well, obviously, but I think it's the first time they've been tied at world record. And so that was a fun tie video. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I made that tie video, but I remember watching it. It's very fun because on one side of the screen, you have Roy Bitty Buggy, and on the other side, you have Baby Daisy, and they get the exact same time. And that tie stood all the way onto the balance patch. And then now it's been improved by 0.7 using Yoshi. Using the buffs. But anyway, Shira dominating Mount Wario. Watch these ending strats. Ready? 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 What? Okay, it used to be a lot cooler than that. But I guess Yoshi's just too fast now. Mini Turbo. Mini Turbo. Mini Turbo. Mini Turbo. Super Mini Turbo, actually. Mini Turbo. Bang. Wii Coconut Mall, a 141.599 by Vincent. And this was set on June 25th, 2023. It took away the record from Yersin, who took away the record from Army, who took away the record from Alberto, who took away the record from Panda, who took away the record from Shira, who took away the record from Arisu, who took the record away from Shira. Okay, wow, that was a solid combo. And that was all in a row. I mean, like, they had multiple improvements each, but that's interesting. And that went all the way back on March 2022. Very fascinating. Anyway, Vincent, 141.599 on June 25th using Peach Bitty Buggy. Same stats as Yoshi Bitty Buggy. Before the balance patch, Baby Bitty Buggy. Baby Daisy to be specific. Anyway, that's a strat where you bounce off the wall to charge Super Mini Turbo. Tricks there, no Mini Turbo needed on lap 2. It would be bad. Tricks on the side of the fountain like that, or I guess on the top of the fountain like that. And then no motion glider shenanigans. So it's actually not the fastest pack anymore. I think they used to. But nope. Alright, sorry. Mini turbo trick, mini turbo trick. Right into the shortcut, mushroom, bounce, super mini turbo, trick. I don't even know if you need a super mini turbo because you get the fountain trick anyway, but may as well. Trick, land, trick. That was clean. That was a clean animation. That was a really clean animation. Hold on. Smooth. Anyway, get the boost panel, go bottom path, super mini turbo, hop, mini turbo, launch trick off the boost panel. Getting it done. Mini turbo, tactical wall hit, super mini turbo, end it off, bang. Dolphin Shoals 150cc, a 152.491, about 0.25 ahead, or about 0.2 something ahead of second place. It is crazy for me to watch a Dolphin Shoals record and have it not be Stir, because Stir dominated Dolphin Shoals for a very long time. Actually, not the longest of times, but I guess like the period that I was watching the records a lot in 2021, Stir got the record. Oh, the reason I say this is because it's not that Stir had the record for a long time, it's that Stir has had 25 world records on this track. So like, I don't know, that's interesting because the player who's had the world record the most is Japanese player Huiro. And he's had the record for a total duration of 1,042 days, 46% of this track's history. Stur's had the record for 21.5% of the track's history, but Huiro has had the record 16 times, and Stur's had it 25 times. He just gets the record and then improves it 16 times in the same day. It's crazy. Actually, we covered, the reason I remember, we covered this period in a world record review. He got the record. I know this isn't about this run, but he got the record 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 times in 5 days. In 5 days! 22 times. Pretty sure like a bunch of new strats were found and he just wreaked havoc. I mean, he improved the time from a 151.130, that was his first record, And then his last record in that stretch was a 153.548. And his final record on the track was a 153.438. But this run, the .491. Okay, hold on. All right, this is by Japanese player Seaweed, which in Japanese is pronounced Nori. And yeah, I mean, this is a great run. This is one of Nori's only record. He's had 8 total in the game on 2 unique tracks, Dolphin Shoals being one of them and Root City being the other. But yeah, Stir's last world record was not the last world record before the balance patch. That was by, who is this? This was by a different Japanese player. Is this the same as this? No, this is by Spring Color, which is Hyrule, except that is this, what? But then who is this? Sorry. Oh wait, this is Siri. Oh, okay, I got confused by my Japanese players. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Tour Berlin Byways, a 155.299 by Panda using Mr. Scooty. We watched a different Berlin time earlier, right? This time was set on June 26th. I'm pretty sure. Did we already watch this? Hold on. We didn't. I got confused by 200cc. This time set on June 26th by Panda Yoshi Mr. Scooty. Nothing new. Let's just relax and enjoy. And this actually isn't. I thought this was the last record, but I've actually skipped over one that wasn't recorded for some reason. So good thing I'm making this video. The current Excitebike Arena world record was on June 14th, and it was just never recorded. So I recorded it, and it'll be uploaded on the channel, but we get to watch it first. After this, Berlin Byways. Bang. Super. Oh my. Okay. Let's go, surfboard trick. Let's go. Finally. I feel like the record went up the surfboard before, but didn't trick, or went very close and didn't go up, and I was very disappointed because, I mean, you'd love to see a surfboard trick in a world record, and now we have it. Thank you, Panda. Sorry. I was really excited for the beach drop, and then he crossed the lap line and it changed. I was going to start dancing. It's all good. Tactical wall hit. Super mini turbo trick, mini turbo trick, slide, mini turbo, mushroom, ultra mini turbo. Just go straight there. Why not? Mini turbo, bang. All right, Excitebike Arena, a 138.698, solidly ahead of second place by Army, not Nasuno, by Army. Pink Yoshi, Scooty, and let's see, Excitebike Arena. This was a baby track. I mean, I don't need to look at the stats to know that. This used to be a baby track, and Army got the record June 13th, and this one is set on June 14th, and it's still the current world record. So lots of shenanigans. This is why advanced players like the track, because they know what they're doing, and it's fun for them. For me, it's not fun. You drive in a straight line, and you just trick off of everything. I don't feel like learning all these shenanigans, especially because there's like 4 different versions of this track online. But I mean, a lot of the shenanigans are the same. You just mini turbo, drift, trick off of the edge of the ramps, mini turbo, I guess not even there, trick off the edge, mushroom. I don't think he's done a single mini turbo trick that I've seen yet. Okay, there's one. Nice. Does not even hit the boost panel. The little Kusan slide action does not hit the boost panel. Dang. What a line. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Look at Yoshi's head. I mean, he just knows the angle. And then does not move his thumb at all. It's crazy. I could never. Unless you gave me a million years, then I could do it easily. That's gonna be my new saying. I could easily do that in a million years. Anyway, Ultra Mini Turbo. That's definitely a mistake. But still gets it done. Still gets it done. His lap 3 isn't that bad. I mean, his lap 2 was faster, but not by much. But Army has had a much faster lap 3. 0.25 faster. But gets it done. Dang. And as we cross the hour mark, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Look forward to more Wave 5 content coming shortly, very shortly. Tomorrow, even. And if you're watching this video today, and it's before 2 p.m. Eastern Time, go to Awoken's channel. There's going to be a live stream. And if not, you can watch my video tomorrow. Oh, wait. Did I have to hit the stop recording button myself? Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys